if you don't
can't
mind.
say anything. I know.
You don't need to say anything. Show pictures or something.
Point at the dogs.
Yeah, point. No, I haven't hoovered.
Point at the guinea pigs.
Yeah, point at the guinea pigs. That'll do. Get stressed. I get cold sores. Horrible. It's okay. There's nobody watching.
Okay.
Going to go up to the lambing shed. That's weird. It's just nobody's watching, but I've got 2 thumbs up. I have somebody watching. Hello. So I'm trying to eat chocolate. I have 2 people watching. Who are you? It might actually help if I change the settings. That should do it. Right. We're on our way. Hi, Bob. I'm doing quite well. We're on our way up to the lambing shed. Hi, Rach. Well, you know, it does help if I give people warning. And as you can see, I'm so ready. Having you know, arranged this a few hours in advance and arranged to be up at the lambing barn at this time. And where am I? Sat on the settee. We're just heading up now. We were just talking. Didn't realise the time. Bizarrely, we were talking about religion. Chilling, yeah. I don't have Netflix. So I've got Netflix and chill. Woohoo! Right, hoodie. It's snowing. Okay, I planted radishes and stuff outside about 10 days ago, 2 weeks ago, because we'd had weeks of amazing weather. I thought I'm going to risk it. Come on, dogs. So I tried, planted them out. My radishes came up a couple of days ago, and now it's snowing. Look at the ceiling for a moment. I've got to put my hoodie on.
I can hold it up. There we are.
I don't need to see. Thank you. Yeah, down a bit. I'm not that tall.
Try not to press any of the buttons on the side. There you go.
Very silly phone. Oh dear, I don't think they need to see me putting it on. Asher said,
There's Cheryl in a train. There you are.
Yeah, that is me in a train. Right, Asher, hold that there for a moment.
Okay. Have a look at. Not my finger. That's better. There we are. The Cheryl in a train.
Yeah, but you can tell us what train.
It's a diesel electric of some sort, and Cheryl's in the electrical bit there, which you can tell. Firstly, because that's a giant electrical fuse, and secondly, because it isn't covered in oil and dirt, which the other bits are. Here, here's the dogs. Say hello to the dogs. Hello, hounds. How are you? Oh, scruffy little hound, aren't you? Oh, jealous little hound. Yeah. Right, Cheryl's just coming back now. Let's take the camera back. Come on, dogs.
Right. Oh, they don't need to see me. Okay, everybody, who do we have? Bob, Rachel, hi, husband and dogs. Here's Asher. Right. Just happened to be watching your breed post, Rose. Saw you live first. Oh, thank you. Oh, YouTube. Yes. Please let us know what and when you are planting or double glazed window over your veg box. Yeah, I have a double glazed window over my vegetable box. Oh, but it's not the full size. Sorry, Rach. I was just reading that. Hello, Samson Farms. We are just on our way because it's snowing with my hood locked up. We're just on our way up to the lambing barn because we have all the ewes are in and babies are going to start popping out shortly. Probably not tonight, but shortly. Hello, Obi. Hello, Obi. Hello, Obi. Hello. Right. Hey, Jay. Asher and I were just talking about you. In a good way, don't worry. Sorry, I need to put torch on. Otherwise, I can't see where I'm going. Right. You ready, little dog? Thank you. Asher's bringing the food up. Look at this, it's snowing. Can you believe it? It's ridiculous. I'm going to put my ice... The dogs get a bit excited. Oh. Hello, ewes. Right. These. Yes, it's a good way. They liked... Right, we're back. Sorry about that. I got to the point where the Wi-Fi stopped working and 4G hadn't quite kicked in. So, yeah, look at this snow. Yes, sorry, whoever said it. I have a pane of glass over the veggies, but unfortunately it's not big enough to go all the way over. But yesterday, having seen it was going to snow, I actually did some planting in the house, and I've made these little mini propagators out of Chinese takeaway pots, the plastic ones. I don't, you lot probably don't have them, I don't know. Look at all the snow. Hello, here we are, we're at the barn. The ewes are calling, it's exciting. Oh, I cannot wait for the lambs. Start, look at all those eyes. Hello. Oh dear, right. Hello. Just a few more sheep than last time you were in here. Look. Hi girls. This is little old Dory. Of course you know her. That's her daughter. Boys, who I still haven't named. Kissy, who's mum to the two boys, and Fluffy, who hasn't yet had any lambs, but has looked like she was about to any minute for about the last 4 months. Ashley, you have to go through the other door.
I'll jump over.
Okay. Oh yeah. Up there. It's Scotty the rooster.
Oh, yes.
He's decided he wants to live in here now, I think. So we're just letting him.
Right.
So Asher's got to feed the ewes. Now this lot all know what's happening. That lot have got no idea.
I may get trampled to death by sheep.
He may actually get bowled over by sheep. It could be quite funny.
There we go.
Come on, sheeps. Right, Asher. Your favourite sheep is on her way over. There she is in your torch.
Yes.
That's the sheep that bowled Asher over.
When she'd escaped, we were trying to put her back safely.
Yeah, she'd escaped. She ran off down the road, little monkey. And Asher went to grab her. And she just bounced off him, literally. It was so funny.
There you go, sheepies.
It's that one there, that's Cheviot, they say up here. Here come the rest. Well, no, here come some of them.
Still have the flock up there.
Alright, I'm going to see if I can encourage the other half of the flock to come down and eat. Hi, girl! They're just confused. I mean, look, it's snowing in the barn. Right, I'm going to go try and encourage these girls to go over and eat. There we go. These ones aren't handled very often. They're handled when they need anything doing. Right, there you are. Look at that. Lots of sheepies. Do you have any questions about the sheep? Oops. Let me know. Right, this breed here are Kerry Hill. And they are... Look at their little faces. I love them. So they have the black bits around on their ears, their nose, their eyes and their knees. And these two, which are sort of losing their coats a bit, are the ewes. And he doesn't know why they're losing their coats. It's a bit weird. Dirty knees, absolutely. Yeah, they will get sheared, but up here they don't tend to shear until about June. Right, what are you all looking at? What am I looking at over here? Oh, one of my dogs. Obi's over there. Most of them aren't used to Obi. The little old girl, Dory, who's been in here for a few months, I haven't actually ever done Kerry Hill. Cheviot is, or Cheviot. That's quite nice. That's that one there. Her sister has the most amazing coat I've ever seen. I'll try and show you her later. But, oh, Asher, can you check for eggs around here, please?
Oh, yeah.
There's a big, massive hole. I'll harvest will make my own yarn. I do. Bob, these ones actually belong to my neighbour. But this barn is empty and it's better facility than he's got for lambing. So I just told him to bring them up because I love lambs. I love lambing. No? Nothing in there?
No. Sorry, girl.
Yeah, hair sheep. Samson Farm. I'm actually sending some samples that I have that I've had. Well, I bought like, a few hundred grams up to a kilogram of various different breeds. I'm sending a load over next week to places in America. If you want some, send me your details. If you go onto Facebook, you can find the Homestead in the Highlands Facebook page. If you message me on there, send me your address, then I can send you some of the samples which I'm sending. Look, this girl, this is the one. Her coat is amazing. She's the one that bowled Asher over. But yeah, I do. I take the wool, I process the wool. I can process it myself. Samples of fibre. Yeah, so wool that's come off. Some has just come straight off the animal, like the alpaca. Hasn't had anything done to it. And other bits have actually been carded, which is brushing it out. So I have a mixture of both. And I'm going to sort a load of it out because it's just taking up space. I've not got enough to do anything with because I bought them to experiment with. Oh, Asher, I've just noticed. Oh, he's out there. Oh, frogs! Do you want to see some frogs? Oh, can't see them apparently. We've got... Sorry? We've got frog spawn. We've got frogs. We counted 7 the other night. Yeah, so I've got things, like 200-300 grams of a type of wool fleece that hasn't been spun. And it's just sat doing absolutely nothing because I make rugs. Yeah, do, Bob. Just send me a message. Oh, you got frogs' eggs. Yay, frog spawn in your pond. Hope they make it through the cold spell. Oh, I know. That's my worry now because they only laid it a few days ago. Asher? Yeah? Need to check one of the Kerry Hills. I need to check that's fleece coming out of her back end and not anything else. That one there. The Kerry Hill that looks two-tone. You see?
Oh, yeah.
She's got something. I think it's fleece that's just coming off the back end.
The one with, yeah, I see that one. That's got a very clean back end.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she's a bit grubby.
I know, but can you check? I just want to check she's not aborted.
Yep.
You see?
Yeah, I can see it.
You guys see that?
I think that's a bit of plant. I'll climb in and have a look.
I think it's plant too. I'd just rather check if you don't mind.
No worries.
Yeah, I think that is just a plant. Sorry, somebody just sent a message. I didn't see it. Will I show my rugs? I'll hopefully sell them. Use them. I make real heavyweight rugs. Some people make them on a peg loom and they're ridiculous. If you can get her to run my side, Ashley, I'll be able to have a better look.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, go that way then. Can we see my rugs? No. Not at the moment. The one I did has gone. What I like about the sheep, what I like about hair sheep is you don't have to shear them. Yes, that is very true. But the other problem is, yeah, that's just plant material. That's fine. You guys can see what I was worrying about.
Nobody found an egg. There was an egg laid down here. I hope you found one.
Oh, brilliant.
Naughty dog.
Get bad eczema in the winter months. Lamb's wool. Clears up. Oh, do you mean the lanolin? But then you can't use the wool. Yeah, sorry, I was talking. I get distracted by things. I'm really sorry about that. squirreling, as we call it. Yeah, the hair sheep that. Yeah, I will show you doing it. I've got to get the room sorted and get my loom put in and my loom finished. It'll be a few weeks before that gets finished, at least. Standing an old cattle feeding trough. Charles, you've got that food over there.
Yeah, but over there,
Give them a day or two and they'll just go straight over. Yeah, the hair sheep. The trouble is then you can't use the wool, as was it Jay said? I think it was. You can't then use the wool because it's all over the place. It comes out in little bits and pieces. You'll find it in the hedge. So, oh, I didn't know you get lanolin in the pharmacy. That's interesting. Didn't know that. Your loom, my loom isn't set up. Sitting in the corner waiting for renovations to be done. Mine's waiting to be finished being built. But that's a whole nother story that I'll go into. Look, Ash, it's your favourite sheep at the front there, closest to the wall.
Yes.
Yeah, lanolin is really, really good for your hands, for eczema and stuff. Really good stuff. So every now and then I'll just sort of go and mug a sheep and run my hands in the sheep. That sorts it out. Is that cabbage in there? Okay. There's a random cabbage in the middle of the barn. Since you're more interested in the meat, not worried about the spinning. Oh, that's fine then. Yeah, absolutely. Which of the hair sheep do you get though? I'm trying to think of which ones will be the biggest in order for meat purposes. I love this big girl. It's hard to find the staff at the pharmacy. Yeah, I know all about that. Go and find yourself a sheep farmer and go and accost a sheep. That one there, she's my favourite out of this lot. Oh, never actually heard of those sheep. I've not actually heard of that breed. These Kerry Hills are massive sheep. They're really big. But then again, that Cheviot, she's huge. She's in my torchlight there. Cheviot. I'll do a video also. You can run your hands in the wool to get lanolin. Yep. When you're on to farmer, it's I love weaving. I can spin. I think the best breed, Northern Idaho. Ah, okay. Interesting. I can't see any signs of lambing tonight. They're all due on or any point from the 18th. They're all due. And it'll probably be that once one lambs, they'll all just start popping. We'll have lambs going nuts here. Asher, can you count how many sheep are and how many ewes are in here? Minus the 2 that have already got babies. Hello, Home Bird Farm. Whereabouts are you in the UK? I know I've seen you before, I can't remember.
About 15.
About 15, thanks, Asher.
They move around. It's complicated.
Do you keep the moms and babies together? Yes. Oh, you're in Durham. Of course, yeah. Now I remember. I'm really bad with names. It's terrible. Oh, I have some Herdwick sheep, fleece. There was a video I did last week. I think it was a live, and I went into the weaving bit. Went into what will eventually be my weaving studio, and there's a big, massive pile of fleeces just wrapped up in plastic on the floor, which was for moving it, which is easier. And that one, I think there are 9 fleeces in there, and they're all Herdwick or Herdwick crosses apart from one. Asher likes Herdwicks. I'm not the biggest fan of them because they look sort of dirty. What's going on over here?
thinking about telling the dogs off.
Fluffy's really funny. She's enormous. She's a very big girl. And she was just thinking of telling the dogs off. But Dory, the old girl, she did tell Obi off earlier. Obi's the one on the right, the more white. And he literally ended up laying on his back screaming. And all she did was go towards him to headbutt him. Oh dear. But yes, somebody asked about the lambs. The lambs will all stay with the mums. So that's the way things are done up here. So for anything else, it's so much easier. It's like, have I kept Herdwicks? No, not personally. I'm just, their fleece is quite coarse. And also, they call them dirty sheep because they're weird colouring. So the other sheep don't bother the newborns? No, because these are all used to living together. I know it's a complete mix of Jacobs, Cheviots and Kerry Hills, but they all belong on the same farm. They all belong to the same farmer and they all live in the same field. They get split up for breeding. So we know that the Kerry Hills are pregnant to Kerry Hills, men, tups as we call them. The Jacobs, I think the Cheviots were put to a rouge. Cheviots are these white things here with interesting heads and ears. And the Jacobs are these ones here, the coloured ones. The Jacobs are very popular for crafters. People do various different crafts. I think that's probably because of the colour of their fleece. And there's a very, very interesting... These three eating all the food. Kerry Hill fleece. You know, I've never actually got to play with a Kerry Hill because they're a bit big and quick. The neighbour, he breeds for breeding. So what happens, that's why he's gone to the Kerry Hills. He used to have way more Jacobs, but I bought some of them off him. Because Jacobs has sort of fallen out of favour a bit here. So he breeds for breeding. So his Kerry Hills will be sold. The females he normally keeps. Some of them he might sell. And the males he generally sells unless he has a really, really good young male. But given his male from last year is one of the best looking sheep I've ever seen in my life, I don't think he'll be needing to keep any this year. So when they go to the sales, their babies aren't likely to go for meat because of what breeds that they are. Crafters and everybody like that, like the Jacobs. So they're who tend to buy the Jacobs. They're not really worth anything for meat at the moment. The Cheviots, they could go for meat. There. I do have a PayPal. Yeah, these Cheviots, that one and the other one, they could go for meat. Ooh. Ooh. Here we go. You see that stamping that you at the front's doing? She's trying to scare my dogs off and she's doing a very good job of it. Yeah, exactly. The meat breeds do have coarser wool because they're generally bred. Obi, leave. Good lad. Given that Dory had Obi on the floor earlier and he was on his back crying, I think if this entire herd go for him, he's going to be long gone. He's going to disappear into the forest. Anyway, sorry. Right, the Cheviots, the white ones, they might end up going for meat. Because they are a meat breed, but he sells them at auction, so you know you never really know where they're going to go. The females will probably be kept for breeding. This one, I would love to buy this one, though I think Asher would probably not appreciate it, given that's the one that bowled him over. They ended up just picking it up and throwing it over the fence.
No, that's why I keep it up.
Yeah. Oh, what's good about Cheviot? Actually, it looks like we might have to buy a Cheviot. Lynette said they're really good for spinning.
Oh.
You see, because the type of rugs that I make, I don't do peg loom rugs. I do proper old-fashioned rug loom rugs. She's off again.
Gonzo this time. Gonzo, come on.
Oh.
The sheep do not appreciate your presence.
Oh, they're funny. Oh, here's Obi. That's why they're all coming back over here. Oh, it's strong, but soft enough to go next to the skin. Okay.
Not playing, silly dog.
Obi thinks the sheep's playing. He's such an idiot.
Obi. Come on. We get to my sheep.
Oh, they're funny.
Obi, come on, you can jump.
Come on, Obi. Oh, look at my little lambs. We are about, what, 4 hours north of Glasgow by car?
Yeah, about that.
Yeah, somewhere around about that.
We're just north of the Cairngorms.
Yeah, if you look at the Cairngorms National Park, we're sort of north, just at the top of there, north sort of east. Dorper, popular sheep. Yes, I don't like them personally. I followed a Facebook page for a while that has them, and I was trying to decide if I like the idea or not, and I don't. So, yeah. They're quite popular in Australia, actually, Dorpers, aren't they? I love Border Leicesters. I absolutely adore them. They are huge sheep. They are absolutely enormous, and they have a complete rabbit head, even more so. Cheviots have sort of a rabbit head and big ears, but Border Leicester, they're even better. Absolutely amazing. What's my main reason? My main reason for keeping sheep is the fibre and for the fun of it. Oh, thanks, Jay. I'll see you soon. Give my love to the kiddies. Oh, she's off again. She's definitely going to get rid of the dogs. Yeah, because I make rugs. I use raw fleece for the rugs, and they're really heavy-duty rugs. So if I had a peg loom, I could make... you'd use carded fleece, so it's all brushed and lovely. No problem. And I've seen peg loom rugs. It took me a long time to get hold of one, actually, and I eventually got hold of one. Just the little lamb's trying the dog. Look. Oh God, when the sheepdogs come up to work, these my two little lambs, they're gonna have a real hard time with these boys. Oh, they're so funny. Yeah, sorry. The rugs that I do are really heavy duty. Jacob and Shetland. I have Shetlands. Shetland sheep as well, not just ponies. Oh, yeah, it's always good. I just keep buying loads and loads of samples, hence why I've got loads. Stuff to see what I want to do with it. They're not all your lambs, Dory. God, they're at it again. What? Obi, get out of there. They're ridiculous. Asher, do you think the boy lamb closest to the front of Dory, do you think he's a little bit lame?
Yeah, I was thinking that.
Okay, every now and then he takes a funny step, but then he walks normal, so I don't know. What's my favourite sheep breed? Border Leicester. They're really, really big. They've got like rabbit heads and extra long ears, and they are fantastic. Oh, these have all found the cabbage. This is a good game. These 3 ewes and 3 lambs have been in there for a couple of months now. Well, about 3 months, I think. Just on the west coast. Hey, come up here anytime you like, Rach. My only agreement that people have to stand by when they come up here is, firstly, don't run over any of my geese and my chickens. Hey, Natalie. Yeah, so firstly, don't run over any of my chickens or geese. And secondly, you help me with the duties. Stable duties, whatever. Oh, dear. Natalie, right, we're just talking about all these... all ewes. They're all due to have lambs pretty much all around the same time, which is about the 22nd of March. So from the 18th of March onwards, they'll probably start popping out babies. And what generally happens is when one starts, they all go. We've got three different breeds in here. These are my neighbour's sheep again, but we feed them twice a day and they're in my barn, so it's going to be very busy for us. It's fantastic. These two boys, I haven't named them yet. I've got a list of names everyone suggested, and I will get it up sometime. Cook some more soon. I actually just cooked a quiche tonight, but I've only made it a couple of times, so I don't want to video it until I perfect it, you know. You right, little boy? You alright? Is that nice? Oh dear, the rooster's woken up. Stupid, silly rooster. Oh, Lynette, I had people giving me, I don't want to say abuse, I'd say trying to give me advice. The thing is, I am actually quite a good cook. I just, I'm not good a cook when it comes to electric, but that's just playing around with electric. But, you know, surely a funny video is far better than a sensible one. Natalie, so you've just joined us. Do you have any interest in spinning fleece fibres? Ever thinking of having sheep? Because we were talking about, I've got a load of samples of stuff. Oh, good. Give us a bit of information, because we were just talking. I've got a load of samples of stuff, and they're just taking up room, and I'm never going to use them because they're not right for what I do. But I didn't find out they weren't right, and you know, your name alpacas. Oh, fantastic! I want alpaca. I do want them. Do you know what it's called when alpacas have their babies? Like for sheep, it's called lambing. For goats, it's called freshening or kidding, depending on how you want to say it. Alpacas, it is. Honestly, having babies is called unpacking. I love it. Unpacking, yeah. Like unpacking to go on my holidays. Gonzo, come up here. Come on, darling. Oh, you're stuck. You can't get through. Funny, I put this barrier here to stop the sheep, and the only thing it stops is the dogs. Natalie, what is it? Spinning? You like the idea of weaving or felting? What we have here is cheviots, or cheviots as we call them the rest of the country, but in Scotland they call them cheviots. Lynette was just saying that they're really nice to spin with, and they hold dye really well. Alpacas just fancy camels. Have you ever actually met a camel? Bizarrely, I have. Blocked from commenting. It's probably because my internet's rubbish. Yeah, so cheviots. This is a cheviot or cheviot. The other one is the one that attacked Asher, who's over there. These are Kerry Hill. I don't know what they're like for spinning. I've never even touched one of their fibres yet, other than grabbing the sheep to try and, you know, wrestle it. So I've never used it. Get my lot up once the fleece has been sheared. Yeah, we'll help you with that. Carding, yay! They do carding and stuff. Yeah. Yes. Also here at Jacobs, they're very popular with crafters. Right, what we're actually going to do now because I think my dogs have annoyed them long enough, is we're going to head down to my sheep, which are down in my stable right opposite my house, so I don't have to come up here to watch them for lambing. Homebird Farm, where did you go to college? Wasn't it an agricultural college up here or something? Jacobs are lovely. My two little boys here, the black and white boys, they're half Jacobs. So cool when the alpacas come home. Oh, yeah. I love alpaca. The only problem is here, and this is look at the snow. Oh, I lived in Sussex for about 17 years, London and Sussex. The only problem with alpaca up here, yes, Jacobs have horns. The ones that are in here are 2 horns, and Maidenhead College. My Jacobs that we're just going to go and see. Dogs, come on. My 3 Jacobs we're just going to go and see now are 4 horn, so we have both. Dogs, come on. Ashley, you need to grab the buckets.
Yeah.
So we're going to go down. We're going to see my 3 sheep, my 3 ewes. When we had them scanned, they're actually 3 quite well spaced out pregnancies by the looks of them. Wouldn't scare you. Not surprised. The trouble with Petsy, she's our 4 horn, the oldest girl. She's only 3. But her horns all face forwards. And that means if she's coming towards you, she's going to spike you. 4 horns, yes. They look a bit like demons.
I'll get the barn light on.
Thank you. Oh, you're going that way?
Yeah, I'll have to go and look at the gate.
Oh, I could go that way. Oh, no, I can't, because I've got to undo the other door.
Yeah.
Oh, dear. So, one of the barns, it's got a lock on the outside, 2 doors. Well, it's got 2 doors, one at each end, a lock on each door, and both have to be opened from the outside. So you can't go in one door and then out through the other door because you've locked yourself in. It's quite funny. Oh, which breed of sheep you'd like to keep? I do, aside from the... Is it working, anybody? Yeah, I think that's what happened, Rach. Is it working now, though? Can anybody actually hear me? I think I'm talking to myself. You made a right mess. Ah, right, another person. Can you hear me? Yay! Hello. Hello, Petsy. This is Petsy with the 4 horns. Hello, everybody. Sorry. Right, this is Petsy with the 4 horns. She's 3 years old. And the other 2 are actually her daughters. I bought the whole family. Hello. So yeah, these horns can be a bit of a problem. And the babies here, I don't know if you can see, just above their ears. Thanks, girl. Hey, Ashley. Just above their ears. Can you see those horns coming out the side? Ugh. Hello, Rachel's Allotment Garden. Yeah, so this one over here who's running around. Yes, they do look like demons. They scream like it as well. Are you not going to call at me? Look at those eyes. Just give me the right evil eye because I haven't brought food in for her. You have food. Look, there's all your hay. I mean, look at this belly. Oh, how many kids are you having? That is actually really nice wool. I like Jacob wool. It is very popular with crafters. I don't know. I quite like it. Right, you're peeing. Can I jump on you? Sheepies! Sheeps! Did you know in the Midlands, in Warwickshire, in the Midlands of England, there is a place called Sheepy Magna, and next to it is Sheepy Parva. And I've always wanted to live in the sheepies. Here I go. No, exactly. It doesn't all need to be soft. I mean, to be honest, the Jacobs is about as probably as soft as I'd want for a fleece. See, these aren't bothered by my dogs. They're used to them. Yes, I think Jacob's is about as soft as I'd ever want for a fleece, because I do rug making. But with most sheep, their first fleece is... Yes, girl. Their first fleece is really, really soft. Do they shed their horns? No, and actually it's not a silly question. That's a good question. No, but they can knock them off. And when they knock them off, you get a lot of blood. And then the dogs get excited because they have a sheep's horn. This one at the front, she's called Onesie. I did not name her. No, exactly. I can just see her second set of horns are coming through just above her ears. If you look on Petsy, her second set of horns are sort of in front of her ears. Yeah, if you look at the others, if you get a close enough look, which we don't always, then you can see the extra horns. Zebra stripes. Yeah, she does. I love my sheep. They're very funny. They're a pain in the backside, these three. They like singing. And they never shut up. Except when I'm sat in here. And then they do shut up. Oh, we've got cow's horns lay around here. Yeah, these are 4-horn Jacobs. You see this one here? She's got 4 horns. Jacobs come in 2 and 4 horns. The ones in the barn that we were just in at the beginning, well, first up, most of this video, are 2-horn. Hello. I'm currently being investigated. All right, Petsy. God, if they spike you, it hurts. Yeah, your little demon horns. She's friendly, because she was ham raised. God. They just heard Asher pouring dry sugar beet into the buckets. Now they're going to start singing. I can be in the house at the other end of the house, and I can hear them calling. When they get going, they don't shut up. I was trying to muck out the goat pen, which is just the other side of that wall, earlier, and they were going on and on and on. I just shouted, "Will you shut up?" And they went quiet and all looked at me, and then all at the same time, about 10 seconds later, all just went meh. Hello, Obi. Hey, Gonzo. Woo! Incoming. So yeah, these are my 3. Petsy's due quite soon. Have a look at your udder. Ooh, your udder's got big. You probably don't really want to look at sheep's udders. I don't know, do you? I can get a closer look at them. This is Onesie. She's the next friendly one. See her horn just in front of her ear? Tiny horn. Hello. She doesn't normally come that close. Really need to get the shears around her back end before lambing. So Petsy here, she's due first. Yeah, you would have seen a lot worse on that. So Petsy's due first. It was a good program. Then Onesie is due. It's this one here. And then Toots at the back. When we scanned her, she was very early pregnancy. She's just investigating. Oh dear, he's trying to run away. Oh, poor Obi. Is the sheep harassing you? Oh, you poor thing. He's got one behind him, one at the front. Oh, my poor little boy. Oh, poor puppy. Ooh, madam. Right, Obi, get out. She just whacked her head down and got Obi with the horn. I don't know if she did it on purpose. Obi, get out. No. Oh, for God's sake. Anyway. Right. There is her udder. Oh, that went a bit quick. Thanks for that. There's her udder. So you can see it is growing, the pink bit. You've been chased by sheep now.
Come on. Come on, boys.
Trying to give them their vitamins.
Yeah.
Thank you. There you go. I've just taken them in the house. Got rid of them. What, Petsy? What? Yeah, Toots was very early on in her pregnancy, so she's not due for a while. No, they get you shear them basically when the weather's right for you to shear them. Here, I'm told it's normally June. Down south, we in Sussex, we used to do them sort of April, early May. Castle milk, they're nice. They are. Yeah, Castle milks are nice sheep, actually. I was thinking of getting one. I want to build up a dark coloured flock because they're better for my rugs. Because I've got enough whites that I can put bits of white in any that I need. Do I have a matching ram for these three? No. What I did was, Petsy, here at the back, she is pregnant to Sausage, we believe. And the Toots there. Yeah. Exactly right. Toots at the back there. She's pregnant to Steve. And her, I need to look up, basically whenever she has the baby, it will tell me which Toot she was in with. Because she could be pregnant with Steve, Teddy, or Sausage. Because the scanner that we used was the vet scanner, and they don't generally pregnancy scan. So because we only had 4, Steve's a great and Sausage is a great name. Exactly, Barb. That's why I just, I don't like dyeing rugs really, unless people want specific colours. But black, white, brown, and white are normally what everyone wants, or the solid colour. Yeah, so basically, when they have their babies, and her belly's getting quite big now, actually, I will then be able to tell who the dad is based on the dates. Toots at the back there, she should be pregnant to Steve. Looking at her, she's still even got the raddle mark on her back. No, I like the idea of dyeing, Lynette. It's just because of my hands, and it's dealing with, water, cold water in my hands and everything. Yeah, exactly. It's messy. So, but then so's washing them, to be honest. But yeah, raddle mark. Sorry, that. If you look on this one's back, you see up there, there's a sort of a yellow marking at the top of that one's on a bum. Is you put this like coloured, it's sort of like crayon, an oil crayon, on the top on the ram, and when he mounts her, because you put it on his chest, when he mounts her, it leaves a mark, and depending on the colour will depend which ram has mounted. That's okay. I'm still learning about sheep. Shows and career whole setup. Hello. Definitely much better with the studio. Hello, you alright? You've been very friendly today. I've already fed you. She's a lovely sheep. Her babies are getting there. They're a lot better than they used to be. I mean, they used to be trying to get under that gate. Exactly. I'll tell you what, the day somebody tells you that they know everything there is to know about an animal, walk away from that person, because you don't. There's always new things. Okay, if you look on her bum, you see the yellow mark there, and that one, the yellow mark there. I only had 2 raddles. I had blue and I had yellow. So the boys were swapped around. So it's not a case of they've both got yellow on, so it's the same dad. It could be. I've just got it's based on when the babies are born, because they're pregnant for 150 days generally. Which breed I originally start off with? Yes, Bob, that does wash out. These are actually my first official 3 sheep. They're officially under my name. So they're Jacob's. Keep a lot of reptiles. Oh, Asher, my partner, his parents, they had a lot of reptiles, snakes, and everything. Skinks, blue-tongued geckos, tarantula. Lynette, I do want to get border Leicesters. I really do. There's not many up here, and those that are up here, everybody is trying to build their flocks. But the one problem with border Leicesters, actually, which I probably should say, is they're not that hardy. So they would have to live in the winter. Whereas these girls, they've lived out all winter. They're only in here now. I mean, even in the snow, they lived out, but they had a little shelter, but hardly ever in it. These are only in here for lambing. You have what, Barb? Sorry. I don't know what we were talking about. I know! You like singing, don't you? Everybody who visits here, Petsy tells them she's never been fed. I mean, you can tell how hungry she is. Oh, thanks, Bob. Dogs. Coos. How about coos? Coos. I love coos. Highland cows. If anybody ever says to you Highland cow, correct them. It's pronounced coo. C-O-O. You're just like Petsy. What, tell everybody you're starved. Oh, I can't wait for you to get some animals either. Do you mind? They're all going to sing now. This will go on. I'll go in the house and I'll hear them for about 20 minutes. They claim they're not fed. I can assure you they are fed. I've started calling it singing. But every time Petsy sees somebody, if it's a different person to the one that's fed her, she does this. Her old owner. Oh, sorry, I've missed a load of things in the show. How do I treat the wall before using it for crafting? It depends. Because I do rugs, I generally just give it a quick sort of clean, but nothing major. Do sheep play? Yes, they do. And they like jumping on and off things as well. Cats are the same, absolutely. Mine are the same. Apparently they've never been fed. Yeah, exactly. They all do. They claim they haven't been fed. Look, she's standing at her bowl going, but look, it's empty. I don't know what that method is. Swint, whatever. I don't know what that is. What we do is we take all as much as possible out, the vegetation. It depends, to be honest, how dirty it is and how it smells as to whether or not I wash it before making a rug or wash the rug after, because I've got to wash the rug after anyway. And because I use fleece that's not even carded, it's literally raw fleece. It comes off the sheep, gets pulled into pieces and put in the loom. Soaking warm raw wool in a barrel for a couple of weeks. This is basically ferment. Oh, that sounds quite interesting. I don't know. Haven't heard of that. What I was planning to do to wash it was actually, I bought these cattle panels. You all know what cattle panels are, I presume. These like mesh panels. I actually bought those, and the idea was that I was going to use a couple. I'll get to that in a minute, Heather. Right, what I was going to do is like build a table out of these cattle panels and put one panel lay down, put a fleece onto it, another panel on top of it, strap it down and leave it out in the rain, because rainwater is the best kind of water to use. You don't really want to use anything that's chlorinated or anything like that. So that was my plan, and I will probably get round to it at some point. But at the moment, my loom isn't even in use, so, you know, what's the point? That's a good way of doing it, to just let the rainwater clean it for you. The fermenting, you know what? After you've done that fermenting of the fleece, that water would be fantastic for your garden. Sheep's fleece is good for your garden as well. It's really, really good compost. Hello, you all right? She says, no, everyone's ignoring me. Right, what did Heather ask me? How's the bouncing sheep? We were up there earlier, Heather. You just missed it. Go to the beginning of this. So I was up there for about half an hour or so. Yeah, but even if you do essentially ferment the fleece, you can then at least use it on your garden, and it is really, really good. If you get a compost heap, to make compost, really you have to have it wet, not completely wet, but a good amount of water on it. Otherwise, it just doesn't rot down or anything. So what you could actually do, if you're going to be soaking your fleeces like that in a barrel, then once because it takes a couple of weeks, obviously, once you've then done that, are you going to attack my foot? Once you've done that, then just stick the water on your compost bit. You got an itch? You itch, sorry, is that a bit bright? Is that better? She's itching on my foot. I think she's actually attacking me. Are you just being silly? When their horns grow this time of year, their horns do go through a growth, and they do get itchy sometimes. That's their lick. Gives them energy. We change the lick depending what time of year. Plenty of rain in Scotland. You're not wrong. Could you use river water? Yes. And actually, we've got 3 streams here. So, they're all going over now. They all want the lick. We've got 3 streams here, so I've got plenty that I could actually run the fleece through. My only concern about that is I'd have to be downstream enough of the horses, because the horses drink out the streams. Yeah, sure, I can show my compost one day. At the moment, it's actually a video I'm just editing at the moment. Hopefully it'll be out tomorrow or Monday morning. That actually shows my big absolutely enormous, and it's from the people who lived here before me. They had Clydesdale horses, and apparently they had 40. Can you imagine having 40 Clydesdales? Massive horses. They had 40 of those, and whenever they'd muck out a stable, they'd just put it on this compost, on this muck heap. So it's enormous. Actually, Rach, our streams run into the River Spey, and the River Spey is the best water, considered the best water in the world to make whiskey. And that's why we live on something called the Whiskey Trail. And that's whiskey, WHISKY, because Scottish whiskey, or Scotch, ends in Y, whereas Irish whiskey ends in EY. There you go. Oh, the haggis. The best haggis up here is spicy haggis. That's what they call it. It's really, really nice stuff. It's fantastic. Oh, Petsy, have you finished now? You stopped harassing me. Hello, how are you? Little random mini farm. Mini goats. Lynette, what is it you didn't know about the whiskey? The spelling? Yeah, silly. But there's loads and loads of whiskey distilleries around by me, and there's a couple of gin distilleries as well. Oh, I tell you what, Homebird Farm, my head is full of useless information, but also some useful information. I've got this really annoying brain where... What did I name who? What did I name who? So I lost. Sorry, I'm trying to get up. I'm seizing up in my old age now, 40. Right, Petsy, I'm going into the goat. Try and make haggis. Yeah, my brain. If I read something, it's gone, which is why I have a real hard time Distillery crawl. Absolutely. You can do it in walking distance here, trust me. Oh, the sheep. She's called Petsy because she was a pet. She was a pet sheep. You stomping your feet at me, little toots. Ooh. Getting brave. Right, let's see if we can get in and show you the goat. She's due to kid at the same time. These are due to lamb. Oh yeah, my brain. There you go. Sorry, this is really heavy, old. I haven't actually tried. I'm not doing on. I'm going to start it in January, but we've just had a hell of a 3 months. I'm actually going to go on some of the tours around the distilleries and do videos of it. Let me see if we can get in with Seffi without losing connection. Oh, here she is. Hello. How are you, girl? Look at these ears. Oh, her kids are going to have bigger ears. Bigger ears. I've never milked sheep. I've never tried sheep's milk. And I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to. Because they're not exactly happily, friendly, handled sheep. But their babies should be. Your babies are going to be completely spoilt, girl. Absolutely spoilt rotten. The vet thinks Seffi here is having triplets. Will I live stream births? If I can, I will live stream births. The only problem with that is if things go wrong, I will just stop and there'll be no explanation until things are right. So I don't know. I would like to live stream perhaps some from the big barn at the top. Hey Dot. Sorry, I'm trying to move a big heavy gate. Right, Seffi, how's your ligaments? Yep, they're squishy. What are you doing? You're a funny girl. Whoops, sorry, spin round. Seffi has this bed. I'd like to say they've eaten all the food, but they haven't. It's all on the floor. So Seffi has this bed, which was a raised bed for the garden. And she loves it. So it's up to my knees, high off the ground. And she thinks it's fantastic. Hello, Dot. And I don't know what Dot's going to do when Seffi has babies. He's going to feel really left out. What was the first time I'd lambed? You know what? On my own, I have never lambed. Not on my own. I've always had somebody there. And things have never gone wrong. However, I have been horsey midwife to, I don't know, 60, maybe more babies, somewhere between 1,600 babies. I can't even count really. And it's not hugely different. You want your food? Oh, it's a good girl. Considering we nearly lost her a week ago. Very happy to have her. Look at the size of that's an udder. That is an udder. So yeah, lambing and kidding isn't really too different to foaling. Yeah, that's it. This is her food. It's up here because it's got copper in it, and little sheepies aren't supposed to eat much copper. You can kill them. So Seffi had calcium deficiency last week. Go on, lift your head up. It'd be funny to have that on your head. Little Dot here, he is a Ryland and he has lovely fleece actually. But as I said earlier, the first fleece is the fluffiest, is the softest. But we don't have much of his. You can see it there, look, that's longer. Because before I got him, unfortunately, he got fly strike. And he had so much fly strike that they shaved off most of his coat. Oh, he's lovely. Asher loves Rylands. So when I saw this little thing, he orphaned himself. He was actually, he was an orphan, but he did. That's his baby fleece sticking up. That's longer than the rest. Poor thing. But yeah, Seffi, look at that belly. The vet thinks she's having triplets. She's definitely having 2. Most likely 3. Look at that udder. That is enormous. Those... no, Dot isn't big. He's tiny. Because, as I said, he orphaned himself. Which... Hey, you two, come in here. We don't want to just look at your back ends. When Dot was born, he decided he didn't want his mum to be his mum. He decided he wanted a different sheep to be his mum, but that sheep wasn't producing any milk. And it didn't matter what they did, he would not drink from his mum. So because of that, his growth is stunted. Yeah, exactly, Heather. Yes, he's only got a collar on because we were trying to tame him when he was in with Seffi. Seffi has a collar because she's a goat. And it's just so much easier. And since Dot's had his collar on, he's been a lot easier. We've been able to actually get hold of him and show him that we're not actually trying to kill him. Is one of the dogs yelping? Are the dogs in the house?
Yeah, they're locked in.
Alright, that's what I can hear. She does need another bra. Look, there she goes. She loves that bed. Oh dear. Oh, this is Nubian. Can you hear this noise she's making? Oh, you stop now. That's her bicarbonate of soda. Yeah, she is nesting. She's so cute. She's actually going to be kidding on this side, but I've got it all cleaned out. It's all been disinfected and everything, and hopefully tomorrow, if it's not snowing and raining again, then tomorrow I'll put a load of straw in here so she can kid in there and Dot can be in here, so he can still see her but he can't get to her. But one thing she can do is jump. Alright, Dot. Yum, 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 yum. Yum, 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 yum. Have I ever milked the goats? When we first got Seffi, she had a massive udder. She was drying up, but I got a little bit of practice. I used to milk cows when I was a teenager. So, mostly because farm hands were very cute. And, you know, 16, 17, 18. Farm hands are always are always in your mind, aren't they? Oh, I just got to sort out there. Gate. Right, your gate is done. Been on for over an hour. Oh, thank you so much, everybody, for watching. I do love doing live so much more than doing videos. Because I love talking to you all, answering questions and asking questions. If any of you want some of the fleece that I'm sending out, it's all, unless you want some of the Herdwick, then it's all, I've got Herdwick and Clean, which is Welsh breed, L-L-E-Y-N, I think it is. Clean. Sorry? Clean. Clean, yes. No, sorry. Clean. Unless you want some of them. The rest is all washed already and carded. Yes, Dot does actually go in there with her. He sleeps at the back. They're very cute together. Well, she's eating bicarb of soda, which is good for their gut. So probably means she's feeling a little bit uncomfortable. But you know, she's only a couple of weeks off kidding, so she should be uncomfortable. Hi. Is that nice? You're just over a week off kidding. Right, from the 18th you can have your baby. It's due, I think, 22nd, but full term from the 18th. I think that's how it works. She's a very smart cookie. Okay, everybody, I am heading off because it's getting quite late here. Like some fleece for the garden. I'm not sending you fleece for the garden to America. That's not happening. But if any of you want any washed and carded fleece, some samples, then just let me know. I've got to start sorting it all out tonight. Please go on to my Facebook page, Homestead in the Highlands, and message me off there. I need your address so I can send stuff over. Lovely. Oh, hers was a green raddle mark. Oh, I need to look up who was green. I think it's Sausage. Anyway, right. Yeah, you're telling me it's Sausage, are you? Good girl. Okay, I'm heading off, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the thumbs up. Heather, go to any farmer, any sheep farm. You'll find some like that, don't worry. No problem. I hopefully will see you all again soon. Night, everybody.